Okay. Am I audible? To the last person? First, we should learn to listen with a smile. That's important. If there is one difference between an animal and a man, what is it? Devame. Now that you know it, you have two choices. Either you can listen to the next 1 hour like this, or you can listen to the next 1 hour like this. Which is better? Second one. So I'm going to observe the reason why I came here so that I have an aerial view. And that's important. I should be a very happy listener. I should be a happy student. When you're sitting over there, you should drop the label of being a teacher. When you're sitting over there, not only for this program, any program in future, whoever is coming to address, I will have to drop the label as a teacher and I should wear on this label as a student. So when I'm willing to listen as a student, that is when I get to learn. How many of you sitting over here are intelligent? I'm intelligent. How many of you sitting over here are intelligent? Put your hands up here. One minute. There is a reason why I'm asking this question. Either I'm assuming all are intelligent here, because in his design, he cannot create any useless people. In his creation, he creates extraordinary people, but most of us, we are used less. Nobody is useless. We are used less. That's all. So, when I say and when I ask this question, how many of you are intelligent? Either you are little intelligent, little more intelligent, okay intelligent, very intelligent, or Newton is working on you. Kaiya tukunu mein, gravity. I need interaction here. I don't want a very zombie session in the morning. There has to be life, there has to be energy, there has to be enthusiasm. Are you all with me? Yes. Everybody? Yes. Oh, that's important. This is what I wanted. Adu vanda. I don't want one more mobile to make noise in my session. In my normal classes, any mobile that rings, it belongs to me. Appo badrama vechirupangale. So please, the intensity, I don't want that to be disturbed. I have put my mobile in silent mode so that I don't be of any disturbance to you people. There has to be a lot of grace in the way I learn things. What is grace? Grace is my ability to carry myself in such a way that I don't disturb the prevailing environment. That is grace. When the puja is happening, when the beautiful prayer is happening, if somebody will have to enter, they have to enter in such a graceful manner that nobody else should know that they have entered. They should not disturb the prevailing environment. Not a noise from the chair should come. That is grace. Even when I have to leave, because we tell the children don't make noise. I have to tell the grown-up children don't make noise. So many teachers, when they walk, they just, drag the chair, creates a lot of noise. But for that moment, they forget that I'm being watched. Every action of yours is being watched by your students. How you are walking into the school premises. Are you walking gracefully into the school premises, or your husband is dropping you in the two-wheeler, he has not yet applied the brake, time ஆயிடுச்சு, அங்க வந்து signature போடணும் இல்ல thumb அது போடணும், and because it is going to be another few seconds more, even before he applies the brake, running ல இறங்கி தப்ப தப்பன்னு ஓடுறது. Are you that kind of a teacher? Oh, then that doesn't speak good about you, because you're being watched. When you are going in such a restless manner, students are watching. And what kind of a lesson are you teaching? Oh, that is not good. Grace. If I'm a teacher, the way I wear my sari, There has to be some panache. The way you carry yourself has to be good enough. You don't have to be looking like an actor or an actress, but you have your own beauty, which you should display, and you should carry yourself in a very pleasantable manner, which is very important. Each and every one of us, we are created in a very unique manner. I have my own strength, you have your own strength. So for a session this morning, I have to wear my personality. You have to wear a personality till you become the personality, which is very important. So I have to carry myself. There has to be proper matching in the way. A sari cannot be in one color, then just because in that moment of urgency, and the blouse iron pannaliya, sari vera blouse kudu time achu na pottu poren. That is not the way it should be. So many of you, attitude. You have to wear a salwar and you are wearing a top. Top is going to come below the knee. காலுக்கு கீழே மாத்திரம் அயன் பண்ணா போதும். ஏன் அது உள்ள அயன் பண்ண வேண்டாம். அதுதான் பாட்டம் தான் வந்து டாப் வந்து attitude. It is an incomplete attitude. Attitude does not care where it is shaped. Wherever it is shaped, it becomes a part of your behavior, either creating you or destroying you. So ensure whatever you do it properly or don't do it. That is very important. Are you all with me? Yes. Can I again start with the same question in terms of asking you how many of you are intelligent over here? Oh, lovely. I like that. Okay. Now that I'm addressing intelligent people, I have 3 very simple questions. And let me tell you, I will only ask those questions for which I have an answer. Don't worry. Are you all with me? Yes. With a smile? Yes. That's nice. How much is 4 into 4? 4 plus 4? 8. 4 to the power 4? 4 into 4 into 4 into 4? 256. Mathematics teacher are there. Some of them are using 6. 4 into 4, 64. நிறைய பேர் மைண்டில் சொல்லிட்டீங்க, நானும் கேட்டுட்டேன். சரிங்களா? Okay. 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 into 4 is 16. 4 to the power 4 is 256. Now, in life, there are 3 different things. How much you benefit from this session would depend upon how you understand these 3 things. How much a student benefits from your session would depend upon these 3 things which I am about to share with you. So 4 plus 4 is 8, 4 into 4 is 16, and 4 to the power 4 is 256. In life, I have to use my intelligence either to hear me, or you have to use your intelligence to listen to me, or you have to use your intelligence to understand me. Only 3 things are possible. Now, as I'm communicating, again, this is the attitude of a student. Good that you're sitting over here as a student, because we tell our student, take important notes. But let me tell you, my dear friends, you don't live your life out of memory. You live your life out of intelligence. When I'm communicating, when you are completely with me, you and I, when we are together with complete intensity, either you're with me and everything is getting into your intelligence, or you are listening to me and you're taking it into your memory. Which is better? To get it into your intelligence is better, or to keep it in your memory is better? Intelligent people, you gave me the right answer. Close your notebooks. End of the session, I will ask questions. You listen properly. Because when I was a student, I was sitting somewhere over there. Vijaya Manoharan, my maths teacher, she's taking the class. I am sitting like this and I am looking at her. Yanuko mathsukum first lerunde varadu. And as I am looking at her and she is writing something on the board, எனக்கு சரியா புரியலன்றது என் பாடி லாங்குவேஜில் என் முகத்தை பார்த்த உடனே அவங்க புரிஞ்சுட்டாங்க. எனக்கு தெரியலன்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும். எனக்கு தெரியலன்னு அவங்க தெரிஞ்ச உடனே வேற யாராச்சும் தானே கேள்வி கேட்கணும். சத்யா, வாட் இஸ் திஸ்? எழுந்து ஒரே கோவம் உள்ளுக்குள்ள எனக்கு. எனக்கு தெரியாதுன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்ல, அப்போ ஏன் என்ன கேட்குறீங்க அப்படின்னு ஒரு கோவம். அது பழி வாங்கணுமே இப்போது. அப்போது ஒரு டீச்சர் நம்மளை பழி வாங்கினாங்க. இப்போ எனக்கு ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடச்சிது. ஸ்டூடெண்ட் டீச்சர்ஸ் நீங்கள் இருக்கீங்களே, நான் பார்ப்பேன் எந்த முகத்துக்கு நாங்கள் பேசுறது சரியாக புரியலன்னு பார்ப்பேன். அந்த முகத்தை பார்த்து கேள்வி கேட்பேன். பதில் சொல்லணும்னா ஸ்டாண்ட் அப் ஆன் த பெஞ்ச் தான். Are you all with me? Agreed? Okay, jokes apart. Just be with me. Learn with happiness. Very important. When you learn happily, it gets into your intelligence. Everything you will be able to recall. You don't live your life out of memory, you live your life out of intelligence. Because the calamity and the uncertainties of life, it does not come giving you a notice. In the date la, in the time la, na idu mari varuven. Dirir varum. I have to use my spontaneity, I have to use my intelligence to handle it. அந்த நேரத்தில் பார்த்து அன்னைக்கு ஒருத்தவங்க என்னமோ சொன்னாங்களே, அந்த புக்கில் எழுதி வச்சுருக்கோமே, அந்த புக்கை எடுத்துகிட்டு வா. That way you can't live your life. You don't live your life out of memory, you live your life out of intelligence. So just completely be with me. So either you can hear me, or you can listen to me, or you can understand me using your intelligence. Now what's the difference between hearing and listening? When sound travels towards me, it is hearing. Right now, for example, in my home, I am there on the system and I am sending one important, writing an article or something. I am engrossed and I am writing an article, and as I am writing, in the kitchen, my wife, she drops something. Dum! And as I am engrossed in what I am doing, the moment that sound traveled towards me, I turn. What happened? So when sound travels towards me, I hear it. Are you all with me? And as I'm typing, I'm doing that, very important work. In a distance, I get to hear one of my favorite bhajans. Ayar Paadi Maligayil. Oh, lovely song. I love that. So from a distance, and the Pulangurloda, or Arumyana part, it is just getting mixed. That melody in the entire air is there. And as I'm typing, somewhere I get to hear this music being played. My ears are going in search of where is this music coming from. You have experienced that sometimes? So when sound travels towards me, it is hearing. When I travel towards a sound, it is listening. You got it? Yes. Now sitting over there, when you are just only going to be sitting like that, and only my voice is traveling towards you, then you are hearing. Wherever you are sitting and wherever I am standing, you are slowly coming towards me and you are lost into me. That is listening. So when you are lost into me and when I am lost into you, that's when that entire beauty of sync happens between the teacher and the taught, between the player and the coach, between the student and the teacher. So which is very important. And when that happens, when that sync happens, understanding becomes beautiful. So when you are ready to listen to me, then you use your intelligence to understand with what you have listened to me, which is the next important thing. So, am I hearing or am I listening? And after listening, am I able to understand? So many of us, we have issues in relationship with our spouses, with our children, is because when they are about to say something, even before listening to it, we are ready with another reply. நீ சொல்லு வரேன் என்கிட்டே இருக்கு. We are not willing to listen. That is the basic issue in relationship. At home, please listen. In the school, listen to what the student has got to say. He's got some issue. Listen. Understand what he's trying to say. Be a solution to him. That's what you are meant for. So, are you going to hear to me or are you going to listen to me? Listen. Lovely. I will not going to drag many things. There are so many things to discuss in 1 hour. What best I can do, I will do. And by the way, I need some clock or something because I will go on. But somebody has to tell me it is 1 hour. Okay? I don't have a clock. Normally in my class, that I can't do. Huh? So, last bench over there, my friend, the moment it is 9:45, please put your hands up. Don't get lost into me. Only few things I'm going to share. First thing I've already shared. Even before we start, a quick recap. What is that we have discussed ever since I stood on this dais? Number one, it has to be interactive. Smile. Attitude. Whatever you do it beautifully, happily, perfectly. Grace. Yeah. Three things. What are they? And learn with a smile. Very important. In fact, the best way to kick this entire pandemic is with a smile. No jokes. Your immune system would develop the more you smile. The more you have fear. Fear is the first epidemic which will enhance the pandemic. The moment you have fear, your immune system weakens. When your immune system weakens, even a small cold will attack you. Now, when a small cold attacks, because this climatic condition today is such that at least one person in every family is coughing. At least somebody has some temperature. COVID, fever, and the fear. Now what you do, what started as a simple cold, 4 plus 4. You magnify it with fear, 4 into 4. 4 to the power 4. Test positive. இப்போ யார் போய் டெஸ்ட் எடுத்தாலும் பாசிட்டிவ் தான். நீங்கள் பாசிட்டிவாக இருந்தீங்கன்னா அது நெகட்டிவ். சரிங்களா? ஸோ ஸ்மைல், லாஃப்டர். வை அண்ட் தோஸ் டேஸ் அவங்களாம் பைத்தியக்காரங்களா சொன்னவங்களாம் இல்லையே. வாய் விட்டு சிரித்தால் because when you smile and when you laugh happily, you create all those hormones that is required for the body to create those white blood cells. The WBC are the soldiers of your body which will fight anything which comes there. So smile, laugh. Automatically take more time to laugh and smile in your family. You will not need any doctor. Blessed are those people who will not need the services of 3 uniforms: white, khaki, black. How rich you are, how affluent you are, adala immaterial. However rich may be, you had to take the services of a white uniform. What is that? Or you need the service of a black uniform. Deivame. Parvala. Listen. That is why I say listen. You are hearing me. Listen to me. Maatinde irpana. So, white, khaki, black. If you don't need the services of any of these 3 people, consider yourself blessed. Any one of you or any one of your family members, இது வரைக்கும் எங்கள் ஃபேமிலியில் யாருமே இந்த 3 யூனிஃபார்ம் கிட்டே போனதில்லை. தெய்வம் தொட்டு கும்பிடணும். நோ ஜோக்ஸ், ஐ மீன் இட். தட் இஸ் த மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங். அது எப்போ நடக்கும்? வாய் விட்டு சிரித்தால். And when you are a happy being, when the being is beautiful and good, the doing is going to be wonderful. Thinking will be very nice. Emotions are going to be balanced. The spirit is very lovely. So you only attract the positive. When you keep attracting only the positive, that's a law of, attraction. When you keep attracting only the positive, only the good things will come in search of you. Bad and negative will automatically stay away from you. And when all these unwanted negative vibes and negative people stay away from you, you are left with something which is amazing and lovely to live your life. And you will never need these 3 uniforms at all. So consider yourself blessed if you don't need the services of these 3 people. So The first important thing which we need to discuss over here as a teacher, number one, every teacher is like a candle. Who are you? A candle loses nothing of its light by lighting another candle. Correct? So, or candle, about say 8 inches, 10 inches, 1 feet maximum. So our life is like that candle, 6 inches. Somebody's lifespan is only 6 inches. Somebody's lifespan is 8 inches. Somebody's lifespan is 10 inches. Somebody's lifespan is 12 inches. You will never know how long you're going to live. அழகாக வச்சுருக்காங்க கேண்டில் சைஸையும் பார்த்தீங்களா? So depending upon however is my lifespan, even whether it's 6 inches or 12 inches, when that candle is lit, how many candles in turn can be lit from that candle? Many. So every student is that candle who is waiting to be lit by this candle. You are there to bring light. What is, when I mean light? Ignorance. You have to remove the ignorance and feed the knowledge. Every day we feed ourselves below the neck. சாப்பிட்டீங்களா இல்லையா காலையில்? நேற்றுக்கு பிரேக் நைட்டு டின்னர் சாப்பிட்டீங்களா இல்லையா? லஞ்ச் சாப்பிட்டீங்களா மாட்டிங்களா? ஸோ அதெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக பண்ணுவோம். We feed ourselves below the neck regularly. How much have we fed ourselves above the neck regularly? When you feed a man with a fish, you have fed him for the day. Teach him fishing, you have fed him for the rest of his life. And that's what you're supposed to do. You are here to feed the students above the neck. Parents, they feed the children below the neck. So who has a greater responsibility in terms of molding the students? So, awesome responsibility. The word responsibility, if you split it, it is to respond with ability is what responsibility is all about. What is responsibility? To respond, not to react. In fact, hell and heaven is not out there. Hell and heaven is over here. I'm driving my car, and as I'm driving, suddenly one autowala comes. Sometimes we react. So in that moment of reaction, you have lost your calm. You have secreted acid in your body. Acid destroys the vessel which contains it. But in that moment, you retain your calm, you apply the brake, and you continue. Because that is not the time to give him a lecture. He is in a hurry. He is going to make a life miserable for himself and to so many other people. Autovilla, he'll go. But anyway, I am not going to meet this autovilla again after 1 hour or tomorrow or day after. Once in a while, some autovilla like this, one cyclist will come, one auto will come, some bus will come, some lorry will come. He'll keep coming like this. I will have to manage my car in such a way, in a calm, in a peaceful manner. I have to maneuver and I have to keep moving gracefully. That is what response is. So when I'm reacting, I'm experiencing a moment of hell. When I'm responding, I'm experiencing a moment of heaven. Are you all with me? So in your life, as you are driving on the road called life, in dealing with the traffic called relationship, one mother-in-law will come, one brother-in-law will come, one colleague will come, some management people will come. You will never know. Anybody will come. If you're going to react, you're going through hell. If you learn to respond, you're going through heaven. To respond with ability, that's important. There's no point of responding with fate. என்ன பண்ணுறது, நம்ம தலையெழுத்து அப்படி இல்லை, அது வந்து incompetence. If this is what is a challenge, how do I overcome this challenge? What sort of a impetus, competence I need to develop to overcome this challenge is what this thinking is all about. That is what I will have to develop. So that is what responsibility is all about. To respond with ability is what responsibility. I will not react with disability. You got it? I will respond with ability by building the competence within me. which is what is the solution. So you, each and every one of us, we are here as a solution provider for our children. You don't need great intelligence to find out what the problem is, who's not okay, what is not okay. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can find a problem. But to provide a solution, you need to be a leader. You need to be a responsible human being. You need to be a person with a lot of care and concern for another human being. That is what responsibility is all about. So, number one, I am a candle. And in my lifetime as a teacher, as long as I am burning, there are so many candles who comes in my way in the name of a student. I can make their life glow by feeding whatever I know about their neck with a lot of life, with a lot of intensity. Can we do that? Number one. Yes, sir. Number two, student-teacher is a relationship. Coach is like a coach and a player. Now, for the player to become the world's best player, he needs the help of a coach. Even though the coach is not the world's best, but without the help of the coach, the player cannot become the best player in the world. You agree with me? So, not many people know about Ramakant Achrekar, but a great student called Sachin Tendulkar, he showed to the world who his coach Ramakant Achrekar is. Without Ramakant Achrekar, Tendulkar could not have become what he could have become. Greatest warrior, Arjuna. Without Drona, Arjuna is nobody. Amazing athlete, P.T. Usha. But without Nambiar, P.T. Usha is nobody. So every student, he has in him to become an extraordinary person, provided he is properly guided by a teacher. That student is a player, and that teacher is a coach. Now we need to relate. To love, one person is enough. To relate, you need two people. And this is a beautiful relationship, very important relationship between a student and a teacher. So this is how I will have to look at my student and say, I will give as a coach. Because some of us, we think, ஏன் கிட்ட படித்த பையன் இன்னைக்கு ஐஏஎஸ் ஆகிட்டான், எங்கேயோ போயிட்டான், அதுக்கு தான் நம்ம இருக்கோம். Some of us, we are that ladder. And on us, these students will climb to go to higher places. We have decided to be a ladder. Nobody told you to be a ladder, but we have decided. Having decided to be a ladder, be a happy ladder. Don't be a miserable ladder. எம்எல்ஏ ஏறி போகிறானுங்களே எல்லாரும். நான் பிறந்ததே அதுக்கோசம்தான். I was a businessman. I was dealing on 100 feet road main market in Chennai. And all these stones, granites, marbles, making a lot of money. But a change brought about in my life. With these stones, I can decorate the house. But by becoming a teacher on life, I can decorate the home. Bricks may build a house, but a home is made by humans. Money may buy a house, but it is harmony that makes a home. So I can make money by decorating the house, but by changing the thoughts and emotions of a person, I'll be able to decorate that home. When people change the home, that's when the house becomes a home. Happy people make happy homes. Lousy people make the home into a house. And that's what it is. So you have amazing work to do, because in that relationship, when the world will know about you as a student? We knew about Sachin Tendulkar, we knew about P.T. Usha, we knew about so many people. How we knew about them? We came to know about them through their extraordinary action. All the statue which is there in this world, it is erected for the ability of competence and action that was displayed by those people. You agree with me? I have extraordinary noble intention. யாரும் செல்ல வைக்க மாட்டாங்க. உங்கள் இன்டென்ஷனை நீங்களே வச்சுக்கலாம். That extraordinary intention got translated into an extraordinary competent action. Oh, then the world will celebrate you. Are you all with me? So, I will have to, this action is what is required. I have to get my students to act to their best ability. That is my role. That is your role. Am I with you? Now, I have to get them to do the best, doing, action. Now, the action of a person changes only when the thinking of the person changes. Without the thinking of the person changing, the action will not change. In your home, you tell your child, Kana, when you have to lift that, dosa tawa from the gas, which is hot, don't use the, forceps or the chimta or the whatever you call it as. It's risky, Kana. So, you have to show to the child once, this is how you have to lift it when it is hot and you keep it aside, it is safe. The child has to see and the child's thinking has to change. But if the child does not understand, it takes in one hand, one of those times it will drop, it may get hurt. That's when again I have to come and tell the child, this is wrong. Your action is wrong. And the action of a child will continue to be wrong as long as the thinking does not change. The day the child realizes, Ama, annikku amma sonnanga, rendu kaiyila eduthittu sooda irukumbodhu rendu kaiyila eduthu vechona adu safety. Oh, then the thinking has changed. Now the action will change. Otherwise, like that it will pick up and in that moment it will drop. Something or the other will happen. So, I have the responsibility to change the thinking of my students. And when the thinking of the students change, the action of my student will change. When the action keeps on changing into good, better and best and extraordinary, that's when my child will be eligible enough to become a statue in life one day. Adukku seed yaar podrathu? Teachers. Every seed has in it the potency to become a forest. Because from one seed a tree will come. From that tree many more seeds can come. From that seeds many more trees can come. So a seed has in it the potency to become a forest. Every rock has in it the potency to become a statue. Every student has in him the potency to become a legend, provided you and I as teachers, we slowly mold their thinking to think right and think good. Are you all with me? Yes. Number 3. Now for me to influence my students, they have to listen to me. Correct? If they don't listen to me, then there is no way they can understand me. Are you all with me? So what kind of a teacher I am? That's important. If I continue to do the same thing, I will get the same result. How many of you like your own teaching? You don't have to raise your hands. This is a question for your own self. Because you were also teachers one of those times. You were also a student. I was also a student. I used to have one chemistry teacher. No hard feelings with any chemistry teacher sitting over here. I'm only sharing my experience. Thaye. So that chemistry teacher, every time she walks into the class, because she has a good, nice teacher, competence illa. It's not enough you be a good teacher, you need to be a competent teacher. So chemistry teacher vandaka, me and my friend Sriram, this is how the body language is. And we'll be watch pathine irpom. Adanmo the chemistry teacher ku belle adikka maatan. Ade English teacher, my favorite English teacher, Mrs. Sathyamoorthy, avanga apdi vandanga odane bell adichiruvan. Why? The intensity, the life, the energy with which she takes the class, avanga vandadum theriyadu ponadum theriyadu. But this teacher, she wants to teach us, paavum theriyala. I understood, I got it. Thank you. So, அவங்களுக்கு எப்படின்னு தெரியல. And when you don't know how to improve yourself, you cannot win the students. If they have to listen to you, they have to look up to you. That's a law. Anybody, if they have to listen to you, they have to look up to you. If they don't look up to you, they will never listen to you. My son is not listening to me. He is not looking up to you as a father. My daughter is not listening to me. She is not looking up to you as a mother. My student, they are not looking up to me. They are not listening to me. They are not listening to you because they are not looking up to you as a teacher. That's bottom line. இதுதான் உண்மை, சத்தியம். இது நம்ம உணர்ந்துட்டு அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம்னாக்கா growth. இது நம்ம உணராமல் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கலன்னா there is no growth. People will listen to you only, they will look up to you only when they listen to you. Rather, the people will listen to you when they look up to you. So looking up is important. You will listen to me only when you look up to me. If you feel, who's this guy and where is he come from and what is he talking about, yaar? அப்போ என்ன ஆகும்? உங்கள் பாடி லாங்குவேஜ் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இப்படி இருக்கும், பேசுப்பா நீ. சப்போஸ் ஐ எம் வெரி போரிங், மொனோட்டனஸ் அண்ட் தெர் இஸ் நோ லைஃப் அட் ஆல், அதுக்கப்புறம் கண்ணு அப்படி கொஞ்சம் ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் யூ ஆர் இன் யுவர் ஓன் வேர்ல்ட், ஐ எம் இன் மை ஓன் வேர்ல்ட். Why? Because first கேட்குறதுக்கே பிடிக்கலையே. And then when you're not even interested in hearing me, where is a question of listening to me? When there is no question of listening to me, where is a question of understanding me? Not at all possible. I have to carry myself in my class like, a hero or a heroine. That's how I have to carry myself. Children love energy, they love enthusiasm. Tom and Jerry, நம்மளுக்கெல்லாம் பிடிச்சதா இல்லையா? இப்போ கூட டாம் அண்ட் ஜெரி பார்ப்போமே நம்ம. பிகாஸ் there is so much life, there is so much energy. Why ரஜினிகாந்த் is special? நம்ம ஃபோன் அப்படி எடுத்து பேசுகிறோம், அப்படி எடுத்து பேசுகிறான். நம்ம படிக்கட்ட அப்படி இறங்குறோம், அப்படி இறங்குறான். There is some life energy in whatever he does, something different. So likewise, how energetic you are, how lively you are, and what an authority you have on your subject. மூணு விஷயம்: attitude, skill, knowledge. What is your attitude as a teacher towards your profession? Very important. What is attitude? Attitude is a mental spectacle with which I look at my life. That is attitude. How are you looking at yourself as a teacher? You should carry a pride in being a teacher. Because a mother can give birth to you once, but a teacher can give a rebirth to a student many number of times. With every time their thinking changes, they are newborn. With a new thought, they are a newborn. With a new thought, they are newborn. With a new thought, they are newborn. And that new thought, you can create it. Are you all with me? So that is an awesome responsibility. When will that trigger come? When will he look forward for your class? Oh, when there is life, when there is energy, when there is authority. Attitude in the way you carry yourself. That pride you carry in being a teacher. You love your passion, you love your profession. That is how you should carry. And that attitude, skill, this subject, in what way if I teach, it will be reaching them. There's no point in taking illustration number 14, page number so and so, keeping the textbook in your hand, writing on the board. Anybody can do that. And the book அப்படி வச்சுட்டு, shall we play with mathematics? Shall we play with numbers? அப்படின்ட்டு அதை எடுத்து அப்படி போட்டிங்க வச்சுங்களேன், அந்த ஒரு காம்பிட்டன்ஸை பார்த்த உடனே என்னடா இப்படி கலக்குறாங்க இவங்க. Oh, then they will look up to you. They also will get interested. I was not an extraordinary communicator, but the way my English teacher, she communicates, the grace, the panache, the poise, all these things. Backbencher, நம்மலாம் அந்த காலத்தில் பேக் பெஞ்சர் தான். இங்கிலீஷ் கிளாஸ்க்கு மாத்திரம் ஃப்ரண்ட்டில் வந்து உட்காரும், மற்ற கிளாஸ்க்கெலாம் பின்னாடி போய்டும். No other teacher impressed me. Only my English teacher impressed me. And that is what is feeding me today. How much I scored in mathematics? அதெல்லாம் கேட்கக்கூடாது. I did very well in English. So, attitude, skill, knowledge. 10 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நான் மேத்ஸ் டீச்சர். 10 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நான் எப்படி மேத்ஸ் கற்றுக் கொடுத்தனோ இன்றைக்கும் அப்படியே கற்றுக் கொடுக்குறேன். தெய்வமே, வளரவே இல்லையா நீங்கள்? போன மாதம் இந்த மேத்ஸை நான் எப்படி கற்றுக் கொடுத்தேன், கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும்போது இந்த சப்ஜெக்டை நான் எப்படி கொடுத்தேன், ரிவிஷனுக்கு வரும்போது the same mathematics I should be able to teach them in a different way. I should bring in some stories, I should bring in some metaphors, which is very important. So when I bring in certain stories and metaphors and examples, that is when you'll be able to understand. Otherwise, same mechanical prototype, start, stop, bell at church, bye. what new example is going to come? இந்த மிஸ் நம்ம இந்த டீச்சர் வந்து வேற என்ன புதுசாக உள்ள எடுத்துகிட்டு வர போகிறாங்க அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு ஆவலாக அங்கே இருக்கணும். தட் இஸ் வாட் ஸ்கில் ஆஃப் டீச்சிங் இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட். நாலெட்ஜ் கரைச்சி குடிச்சிடணும் உங்கள் சப்ஜெக்டை. இஃப் யூ ஆர் அ ஹிஸ்ட்ரி டீச்சர், அந்த சப்ஜெக்டில் நோபடி ஷுட் டச் யூ. அப்படி இருக்கணும் சப்ஜெக்டில். ஸோ whichever subject you are handling, these three things are very important: attitude, skill, knowledge. You have to grow in all the three, and you have to upgrade yourself. So subject knowledge thorough. நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து they know lot of recipes, amazing recipes, knowledge நிறைய இருக்கு. Attitude to cook and give something new to my family, அந்த attitude இருக்கு. Execution skill, அது புக்கில் பார்த்தேன், இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டும் இருந்துச்சு, ஆனால் அவன் காமிச்ச மாதிரி எனக்கு வரல. somewhere you are lacking in skill. அவன் சுட்ட முறுக்கு அதே மாதிரி தான் இருந்தது, நானும் அதே மாதிரி தான் சுட்டேன். ஆனால் இவங்க வீட்டில் கடித்தவங்க வந்து பல்லு வலிக்குதுன்றாங்க, அவன் நல்லா சாப்பிட்றாங்க. ஸோ விச் மீன்ஸ் somewhere I am lacking in my skill. அதே ஷேப் முறுக்கு வரணும், அப்படியே கடிச்சாக்கா அப்படியே சும்மா அப்படி உள்ளே போயிட்டு சாப்பிட்ட அப்புறம் ஆஹா அப்படின்னும். யார் செஞ்சா அப்படின்னு கேட்கணும், எவன் செஞ்சான் அப்படின்னு கேட்கக்கூடாது. Oh, that's what life is all about. What is excellence? In fact, my father, he is a very typical, very unorthodox person. And we used to handle 2 mosaic factories in those days, and we had to deal with a lot of labors. Labor force was very heavy. So his way of defining efficiency and excellence is only this. He'll come and tell those workers, என்னப்பா அது, என்ன வேலை செஞ்சிருக்க நீ? ஒரு வேலை செஞ்சா அது வந்து பார்க்குறவங்க யார் செஞ்சான்னு கேட்கணும், எவன் செஞ்சான்னு கேட்கக்கூடாது. I heard this when I was in my school days. It is gone into my system. அவ்வளோதான். ஒரு கிளாஸ் எடுத்தால் யார் எடுத்தான்னு கேட்கணும். அப்போ தான் அந்த ஃப்ரேக்ரன்ஸ் ஆஃப் த கிளாஸ் வில் ஸ்டில் பி லிங்கரிங். எவன் எடுத்தான் அப்படின்னு கேட்கக்கூடாது. சரியா? ஸோ ஐ ஹாவ் டு க்ரோ இன் ஆட்டிடியூட், skill, knowledge. One last thing. The sthanam. It's a very, very sanctum sanctorium. It's a very divine word, sthanam. Each and every one of you, the teachers, the chair in which you are sitting, the sthanam is very powerful, very, very powerful. Mata, Pita, Guru, Deivam. இது 4மே வந்து ஸ்தானம், மூலஸ்தானம் சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லையா. அந்த சிலை செதுக்கும் போது சிலை தான் அது வெளியில் இருந்துச்சு, அப்போது அதுக்கு பேர் கல். அதே செதுக்கின சிலையை அது கொண்டு போயிட்டு அந்த சாங்டம் சாங்டோரியமில் வச்சு அந்த பூஜைலாம் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா அது தெய்வம். ஏன்னா அதுக்கு எந்த இடத்துல போய் அது உட்காரணுமோ அங்கே உட்கார்ந்துடுச்சு. அதே மாதிரி மாதா, பிதா, குரு, தெய்வம், அந்த ஸ்தானத்துக்கு நம்ம வந்துட்டோம். ஸோ ஆஸ் அ மதர், ப்ளீஸ், மை ஹம்பிள் ரிக்வெஸ்ட், so many mother, we curse our own children without our awareness. அம்மாவை இப்படி கஷ்டப்படுத்துறல, ஒரு நாள் இருக்குடி நீ வேண்டாம். never ever, because from the chair of a mother you are very powerful. As a person you are ordinary, but when you sit in the chair, right now who's the chief minister of Tamil Nadu here? ஏன் அப்படி யோசிக்கிறீங்க? நான் சொன்னல எனக்கு எது தெரியுமோ அதான் கேட்பேன்ட்டு. So Mr. M.K. Stalin, who was the chief minister earlier? Edappadi Palanisamy. So now Edappadi Palanisamy, he decides 2 years back whatever I signed became law. Why not I again create one law and do something different than Stalin, and he creates one law and he gives. You think it is going to be valid? No. Why? When Edappadi Palanisamy was sitting on this chair called see him. He was powerful. After that, he was thrown out from the chair. Now, who is invited to the chair now? Now, because he is sitting in this chair, he has become powerful. He will continue to be powerful as long as he is sitting in this chair. Once he is replaced by somebody, he will also not become powerful. Maybe one of you sitting in this chair few years from now. You will never know when U-turn in life will come. Believe in yourself when I say it. You become powerful. Maybe one day I sit in this. I become powerful. So you are powerful, or I am powerful, or Stalin is powerful, or Edapadi is powerful, or the chair is powerful. Ata. You as a person, you're not powerful. But you as a mother, very powerful. I as Satya, I'm not powerful, but I as a father in the chair is very powerful. You and I as ordinary people, we are ordinary people, but you and I as a teacher on that sthanam, we are very powerful. So from that sthanam, never ever have any thought, kind of a wrong intention or release a wrong thoughts towards any children, any student. Venda. Please. Because the action of a person, if somebody is a failure, his action is only a failure. He is not a failure. That's what you first ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த கிளாஸ் நான் எதிர்பார்த்த மாதிரி நான் எடுக்கலையா, அப்போ அந்த கிளாஸ் தான் ஃபெயிலியர் தவிர நீங்கள் ஃபெயிலியர் இல்லை. இன்னொரு கிளாஸ் நான் இதோட நல்லா ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணி நான் எடுக்க முடியுமா முடியாதா? Then I'll be a success. So failure is not to the person. Failure is to the action of a person. When the action changes, the person changes. So just don't judge the students by one action. There are so many. I'm a backbencher, as I tell you. Up to 12th standard, nothing great about me. But today, last month, my principal, Sri Neelakanda Pillai in Chennai, he called me and he said, Satya, come, take a session for all the teachers of Kolaperumal and Kola Saraswati. That's where I studied, Kolaperumal school. I have great pride being a student of that school. It molded me. It molded my character, my career, everything. And what it is to go and take sessions for those teachers who taught me. Amazing, isn't it? Lovely it is. And they all loved it. Because sthanam. When your life will change, you'll never know. When the trigger in you will come, you'll never know. Adukaprom, the pace at which you'll go will be different. So all, first rank holders need not be first rank in life. All backbenchers need not be a backbencher in life. So based on their performance, don't judge them. Tell them, nada mark, but internally you should say, even though this is the mark, my dear, you will still make it very big in life. That should be the lingering thought of each and every mother and father and teacher sitting over here. Are you all with me? In the thought la matra engana or deviation vanda thirividano kaada. Neengale unga kaada thirividano. Oh, I have thought wrong. I should not think like this. You should beat yourself. And you have to get back your thinking right so that you can look at the children in a very right manner. சொல்லுவோம் 6 மணிக்கு எழுப்புமா, எக்ஸாம் இருக்கு, 6 மணிக்கு எழுப்புவீங்க, குழந்தை எழுந்துக்காது. 6 மணிக்கு எழுந்துட்டு உட்காந்துட்டே தூங்கும் 6:30 வரைக்கும். அப்போது கோவம் வரும். நானும் என் தூக்கத்துக்கு எடுத்துகிட்டு உன்னை எழுப்புறேன், நீனும் உட்காந்துட்டு சாமி ஆடுற, இப்படிலாம் படிச்சேன்னா நான் உதட்ட உருப்பட்ட மாதிரி தான். அப்படி திட்டினாலும் வெளியில் வந்துட்டு ஸ்டில் ஐ நோ மை சைல்டு வில் மேக் இட் வெரி பிக் இன் லைஃப் என்றது தான் ஃபைனல் தாட்டாக இருக்கணுமே தவிர, இதெல்லாம் எங்கே படித்து எங்கே உருப்பட்டு எங்கே பெருசாகி என்னத்தை பண்ண போதும் ஆண்டவா. தென் த சைல்டு வில் சே, அம்மா நீ ஏன் உருப்பட்ட, நான் உருப்பட மாட்டேன்னா. So what is your ultimate thought? That's important. From that sthanam, please. As a mother, as a father, as a teacher. Very important. Are you all with me? For want of time, I close here. Whenever we have another opportunity, we'll discuss. But then, as much as you want to change the thinking of a person, ensure you don't contaminate your own thoughts. In a basket of tomatoes, one rotten tomato, you allow it to stay inside for a long time, what will happen to the remaining tomatoes? It will get spoiled. So the moment you spot a rotten tomato, throw it out, save the remaining tomatoes. You have wonderful thoughts, you have amazing ideas, you are an extraordinary person, but somebody from the world outside is trying to poison you with one poisonous thought. When you allow that to stay inside long enough, slowly you as a person, you will change. You don't need enormous effort. அங்கெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா முள்ளு செடி அங்கங்கே கிடக்கும். Did anybody put in their best effort to sow that, unwanted plant? அதுவாக வருது. கிளைங்க அதுவாக வரும். பட் இதுதான் எனக்கு வேணும்னு போது அந்த சீடை நான் சோ பண்ணணுனாக்கா I have to plow the soil, I have to manure it, and I have to put the right seed, and I have to fertilize it, and I have to give all that is required for it to sprout. Which means for a good thought, for me to sprout from inside, enormous effort is required. For an unwanted thought, சும்மா உட்காந்து குப்பை வரும். Every day we take bath, correct? இல்லையா? Every day we take bath. Why? All the dirt from the outside should be cleansed. In terms of your thinking, are you able to cleanse your thoughts inside? Very important. So do the needful to cleanse your own thoughts. You will be in a better position to influence children above the neck. Life is beautiful and we all deserve to live a very, very beautiful life. I thank Kishore and the management for this wonderful opportunity. If time permits, we meet again. Before I close, if there is any question, please shoot me. இவ்வளோ கிளியராக புரிஞ்சிருக்கா? That's nice. நீங்கள் கூட கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும்போது ஒரு ஸ்மைலோடு எடுக்கணும். இல்லாட்டினாக்கா there is no teacher who does not have a nickname. சரிம்மா உங்களுக்கு? But I know there are a few teachers who don't have a nickname. Why? Attitude, skill, knowledge, personality. How you present yourself. They are friends of the students. எப்படியா போட்ட ரோடியாக இருந்தாலும் அந்த டீச்சர் கம்மியா அப்படின்னா பொட்டி பாம்பு மாதிரி அடங்கிடுவான். ஏன்னா he looks up to the teacher and her word is final. Because the way she carries, her fragrance is there. அவங்க வரக்கூட வேணாம், அங்கேருந்து அப்படி பார்த்து அவ்வளோதான், முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. சிலவங்களாம் ஆத்தா வந்துட்டேன்டான்லாம் கத்துவாங்க. என்ன வேணாலும் கத்திக்கோ, நீ நம்ம பண்ணுறதை நம்ம பண்ணுவோம். So that's not the way it is. Fragrance, fragrance of a teacher and the attitude, skill, knowledge and that smile. நீங்கள் கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும்போது சுடுஞ்சு மூஞ்சி மாதிரி இஞ்சி தின்ன குரங்கு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி கிளாஸ் எடுத்திங்கனாக்கா எங்கேருந்தோ நான் பின்னாடி உங்களை கொட்டுற மாதிரி நினச்சிக்கணும். சிரிச்சுட்டே எடுத்தாக்கா உங்களுக்கு நான் பேட் பண்ணுற மாதிரி நீங்கள் நினச்சிக்கணும். யூ ஷுட் பேட் யுவர் செல்ஃப். After every good session, don't wait for the world to pat you. After every good session, you have to tell yourself, oh Satya, today's session was amazing, yaar. இந்த செஷனில் நான் உட்காந்தா நான் என்ஜாய் பண்ணியிருப்பேனா அந்த கேள்வியை கேட்கணும். இது மாதிரி நான் கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறேன்னா இந்த கிளாஸில் நான் உட்காந்தா நான் என்ஜாய் பண்ணுவேன். தென் கண்டினியூ டு டேக் த கிளாஸ். இது மாதிரி எனக்கு யாருன்னா கிளாஸ் நான் உட்கார மாட்டேன். அப்போ யூ ஹவ் டு சேஞ்ச் யுவர் வே. You are the best judge of your own classes. And children are better judges of you. They will decide within 15 minutes, is it worth listening to this teacher for the next 1 year? அப்படின்றத 15 minutesல டிசைட் பண்ணிடுவான். You have an awesome responsibility here. You will love. Okay? Done. No questions? No questions. Love you so much. Have a wonderful life. Thank you.